Good evening. My name is Dean Owens. I am the instructor for your son or daughter's Cyber U.S. History course. I'm a teacher here at East. This is my 21st year of teaching and one of my multiple years of teaching cyber, although this is the first year teaching Cyber U.S. So I just wanted to kind of introduce myself and more so just get your attention to our Schoology page in the event that your son or daughter is struggling with the understanding or the requirements in terms of how Schoology is set up and the due dates for assignments. So ultimately, that's the goal here. I'm going to share with you my screen for a couple of reasons, just to give you some background on me. As you see here, once I get this set up correctly, there we go. So I am the Social Studies Department Chair here. I teach AP as well as Cyber and the CCP this year, and I also teach a stock and elective course. I'm married. I have three daughters, one that is at Penn State, one is a senior in high school, and my third daughter, my youngest, is in seventh grade. So a few things about the course that I want to bring to your attention. First and foremost, the overview of the course. The course itself picks up from where we left off in eighth grade, so which is essentially up to the Progressive Era. That's where we start, really the late 1800s, and the course is a survey course of the U.S. history all the way up to modern day. So right now, our unit of study is the Progressive Era. The first few weeks, we dabbled in some of the amendment and constitutional stuff. But this past week was the first week we really kind of dove into the content. So let me also share with you the Schoology page. And I think that's more important. I think that's probably what most parents would have questions about. So hopefully you're seeing my screen here. This is what their screen looks like. The key point to the cyber course is I have them listed in order that they have to open each assignment. So they have to work through each week. Each week is going to be titled, the dates of that week, and these folders are posted on Friday before I leave work on Friday. Any work or assignments that are in those folders are due the following Monday. Hopefully that makes sense. So they have well over a week. They have 2 weekends to work on the assignment, should they choose to do it on the weekend. But hopefully they're working on it throughout the week, either in study hall or other spare time. So the biggest aspect of this that students at first had to get used to, you can't just jump ahead and click on the assignment at the bottom. I always put a weekly to-do list, which will show them quite simply a checklist of what they have to go through, which is taking a little bit of time here to come up. But that checklist is there. Sorry, our Schoology is slow today. So that'll be a checklist of, hey, watch the video first, then submit this, submit that in order. Each week I post a video. Sometimes it may be a small lecture burst on the content. Most of the time it's just telling them what to expect for the assignments and any kind of clarification that they might need. So I post a video each week, and then of course they'll have some things to do, some activities. So this week there was an exit ticket from the video. There's also a photo analysis and some reading comprehension on the jungle from that time period. So again, it should be set up in a sensible way that students don't have a problem really navigating. So far, it seems I've been getting positive feedback on that. But should you have any questions on that, let me know, and I'll be happy to try to help with that. Finally, the technology access. Just make sure that they are able to access things. What I'm getting from some students is that they might be struggling to access the Google Doc. And if that's the case, just have them email me and I'll get right back to them. In terms of grades, everything is going to be graded for correctness throughout each week. And if they miss, this is the key. If they are missing, in other words, you were on vacation this past week. I don't know that because these students are at all three high schools. So even though I'm here at East and I may know your son or daughter because I might have had them in an elective in the past, I don't know these students at Ruston and Henderson, and I don't know that you're on vacation. So I need students to communicate as to why they can't submit, let's say by Monday at 7:30. As long as they communicate up front, it's not a problem. So the key here is just communication from the students or from you as the parents, just keeping me in the loop as to what's going on. If a family emergency arises and your son or daughter can't submit the assignment, that's fine, as long as I have notification in advance and not afterwards. So they need to be proactive and reaching out and communicate on a weekly basis as to if they can't get these assignments due by Monday. It's not a problem, but they just need to communicate that. If it's not communicated, that's when we have an issue. So again, I think the biggest takeaway is just to make sure students understand that key aspect of communication with me. Shoot me a quick email. And a lot of students have been great about this already. I've got Mr. Owens, I can't access this document, that document, whatever it might be, and I'm able to get right back to them. So communication is key. So really, that's the course in a nutshell. It's going to be pretty simple. There will be times where they'll have some sort of project. If they do, it won't be a weekly assignment. It may be due 2 weeks down the road. So it might be something that they're going to be working on for 2 weeks. I realize with cyber, there's a reason why your child is taking cyber. It's most likely because their schedule is already packed or they're at TCHS. So I understand all that. So I'm trying to make the course as manageable as possible for students, realizing that they have busy schedules. So if for some reason they are too busy to get it done, just communicate and I will give an extension on the due date. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions and you're here at East for back to school night, you can pop in certainly, or shoot me an email if you're at Ruston or Henderson, and I'll get right back to you. But hopefully it's set up in a way where it's manageable for your son or daughter and they're gaining the knowledge they need and the skills they need, as this is a requirement for graduation, this course. So but hopefully that answers some questions for you. I appreciate your time. As I said, as always, contact me with any questions. Thank you.